Hey everybody, Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich here. It is raining in many locations here in the Southeast. It feels great to actually hear rain falling, and by far the most widespread rain we have seen since August, and it's not over yet. This is really just the beginning. As we kind of look at this, you can see we basically have a good shield of rain continuing to move in. It's kind of a chilly rain, to be honest with you. Temperatures right now are generally in the 30s and 40s. That's good news, actually, because we don't want the warm air to surge in here. If that does happen, that's going to set the stage for severe storms with the main front, which is back to the west. So you get an idea. Plenty of light to moderate rain with cool conditions. This is the nice, steady stuff that you need when you're in a drought. Let's quickly look at that severe weather outlook for today because we still have one, and we're going to pop it up here. Everything in yellow is the low risk for this afternoon and really tonight, and you see the medium risk down to the south. So the key part about the severe weather risk is going to be where does this coastal front, we call this a coastal front, it's this front right here, starts pushing in from the south. And if the winds swing around to the south, we might see warm, humid air move into the Piedmont ahead of the cold front, which would be coming in from the west. So let's get right to the futurecast. So here's the futurecast. The steady rain is going to continue into the afternoon. I'm going to stop this about mid-afternoon. We'll go about 3 o'clock. So the first batch of rain moves in, and here comes the cold front. So there it is. The front's right there. There's a warm front somewhere in here. And as that moves north, we get this warm, humid air to surge in. If that sets up ahead of this, then this line moving in could have the potential to be strong or severe. But let's say the lingering clouds and drizzle keep the atmosphere stable and the warm front doesn't push north, then that would keep us a little bit more on the side of just good old-fashioned rain. But that looks like a pretty potent line by 4 or 5 o'clock, trying to move into the mountains and then slowly pushing into the Piedmont by 6, 7, 8 o'clock. Again, embedded, straight line winds, small tornado risk. The risk overall is pretty low, but the wind risk could be pretty high as that pushes in from the west. So that's what we're watching going into tonight. And just quickly looking at the STP values. Again, this is significant tornado parameter. If you go into the evening, you see a little uptick right about here, which is right around 8 to 9 o'clock. Right there. It's not a ton, and it barely makes it up into the Charlotte area. It's really down in South Carolina that we see that pushing in. And if we look at these tornado tracks, basically the rotational tracks that we typically look at for rotating storms, not that these would be tornadoes, but rotational tracks, you can see some of these storms are going to have some pretty good updrafts with some helicity in them. So that's definitely the potential is there that we're going to see at least a line of strong storms sometime between 6 and 9 p.m. But we've got time to watch it. We'll take the rain right now, which right now some areas are already over an inch of rain. We're going to see more through the evening. So I know it's kind of rough travel with the wet roads and some of the wind, and the wind will pick up, especially later today across the entire area, especially as this front approaches from the west. As this front gets closer, the winds are going to switch to the south and then eventually the northwest. So it will get pretty windy out there as well as the rain moving in. But it's all about watching that line of storms. How strong do those get this evening? But we've got time to keep an eye on it. For right now, enjoy the cold rain. It's been a while. I don't often get to say that, but it is a beautiful, beautiful morning to see rain in drought-stricken areas here in the Carolinas.